All right, let's look at the homework 3.1, 3.2, number 13. All right, so it says that use the graphing utility, but I'm going to actually do it by hand. All right, so f of x is equal to x plus 64 over x. All right, so we just need to take the derivative. All right, so actually before that, I'm going to rewrite it as x is x, and plus 64 is just a constant multiple. Then 1 over x is x to the negative 1. All right. Then derivative f prime of x is equal to, all right, derivative of x is 1, and 64 is just a constant. All right. Put negative 1 in front, x, and subtract 1 from the power, so it's negative 2. Alright, so I'm going to actually rewrite it as 1 minus 64. Alright, so negative power puts x on the bottom, then it's squared. Alright, then taking a common denominator, so we have, so x squared would be a common denominator. So 1 is x squared over x squared minus 64. Alright. Then I'm going to factor out the numerator, so it's going to be x plus 8 and the quantity x minus 8 and over x squared. All right, then this is going to be, let's see, we set this equal to 0. All right, then you can see that we set the numerator equal to 0, so x plus 8 times x minus 8 is equal to 0, and which means that we have critical numbers. X is equal to plus or minus 8. All right, so these are critical numbers. All right, then I'm going to do a number line here. So we're going to have a number line. All right, and so let's see, original function, since x is on the bottom, domain is all real numbers except for 0. So I'm going to actually put a 0, a tick mark for 0. And here, these are the critical numbers. So I put the negative 8 here and the positive 8 there. All right, then we just need to look at the sign of derivative. So let's look at the f prime of anything smaller than negative 8. So I'm going to try a negative 9. All right, so if you look at this here, x squared is always positive, so you have a positive sign on the bottom. Let's see, on the bottom, so we don't really have to worry about that. But negative 9 plus 8, so that's going to be negative. So then you have a negative 9 minus 8, so that's still negative, right? Negative times negative is positive. Positive divided by positive is positive here. All right, then we want to check anything in between negative 8 and 0. So I'm going to try, say, negative 1 or something like that. All right, so negative 1 plus 8 is going to be positive. Negative 1 minus 8 is negative, and the bottom is positive. So positive times negative is negative. Negative divided by positive is negative. So we get a negative sign here. All right, anything between 0 and 8, I'll just try 1. All right, 1 plus 8 is positive. 1 plus 8 is negative, so it's going to be negative. All right, and last one is bigger than 8, so I'll try 9. That's positive. 9 minus 8 is positive. Everyone's positive, so this is going to be positive. So we know that the original function f is going to be, here is, since derivative positive, so increasing, maybe I'll draw it like that. And after that, it's decreasing. And after that, it's increasing, or actually, sorry, it's decreasing, right? Here, oops. So I'm going to erase that. And this is decreasing there, and after that it's increasing, right? So using the first derivative test, right, we can see that at this point, so increasing turn into decreasing, so this is going to be a local maximum there. right? And here it's decreasing turning into increasing, so it's going to be this is at the bottom of the valley, so it's going to be a local minimum or a relative minimum, right? So we just need to find the corresponding x value, so function value here. So I'm going to just find f of -8, right? So that's at this point. All right, so it's going to be -8 minus, let's say 64 over 8 is -8, so it's going to be -16. And here we want to find the f of 8 is going to be 8 plus 8, so it's going to be positive 16. All right, so local max is going to be at -8 and then comma -16. And local minimum is at the positive 8, and then y value is positive 16, right? So let's type it in, right? So here, relative maximum occurs at -8, and the value is -16, right? Then relative minimum is going to occur at 8, and the value is positive 16, right? Let's see, let's check the answer. All right, I came back and looks like we got both of these guys correctly. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.